If you're someone who feels cosmic shifts in your body, you're way more like the three wise men than you think. For thousands of years, the sky wasn't just decoration, it was a living message. And the people who could feel the messages were the ones who understood what was coming long before the rest of the world caught up. They were the ones announcing that prophecy was here. I've spent years studying celestial events like Jesus' birth, and what I've found is that the Star of Bethlehem wasn't one miracle. It was a series of powerful alignments that sensitive bodies would have felt immediately. In this episode, I'm going to show you exactly what was happening in the sky, why the Magi recognized it instantly, and how the same cosmic patterns will speak to you today. Because once you understand how alignment works above you and inside of you, you'll never miss a cosmic signal again. I'm Amanda, host of the Gutsy Chick podcast, engineer turned intuitive, athlete turned body whisperer, and a lifelong bridge builder between what science can measure and what your sensitive body already knows before the data catches up. As a kid, I was fascinated with stars and constellations, and as an adult, I really got into trying to understand when Jesus' birthday really was. And the stars were our guide. The stars that were written in all of the documents during that time gave us the patterns to figure it out. That fascinated me. And then right around 2017, we had one of these star opportunities, the Star of Bethlehem present day. If you were alive, you can probably go back and check that out. The Star of Bethlehem was one of the clearest examples to me of where science and spirit overlap. Most of us grew up hearing about the Star of Bethlehem as if it were this magical spotlight in the sky, a single supernatural beam guiding three wise men across the desert. Beautiful? Absolutely. But the real story is far more interesting and far more cosmic. Ancient cultures didn't separate astronomy and spirituality the way that we do today. The sky was a sacred text. Celestial events were messages. And sensitive people, the mystics, the magi, the intuitive ones, were trained to read it. So the question isn't, did a magical star appear? The question is, what was actually happening in the sky that made the ancient world stop, look up, and say, a king is being born? Let's break down the three astronomical events scholars believe could have been the Star of Bethlehem. Number one, the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. This one is in 7 BCE, 7 years before Christ was born. This was a triple conjunction, meaning it happened 3 times in 1 year. Jupiter, known as the king planet, and Saturn often symbolized protection and authority. In the ancient world, this wasn't random. It was a celestial announcement, a shift in leadership, a new era, something big awakening. Number 2, Jupiter crowning Regulus. This happened in 3 to 2 BCE. Remember, time went backwards then? We counted down. Regulus is literally called the king's star. It sits in the heart of the Leo constellation, the lion. Jupiter passed over Regulus, backed up, and passed it again. And then it repeated it a third time. To ancient skywatchers, this looked like coronation, a cosmic crowning. This is one of the strongest candidates for the Bethlehem star. Number 3, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction, which happened in 2 BCE and 2017. This one is breathtaking. Venus and Jupiter appeared so close that they looked like a single massive star, one of the brightest objects in the ancient world they had ever seen. If you were alive then, or in 2017, this wasn't subtle, it was undeniable, a light that demanded your attention. I remember being in Florida with my family and spotting it and going, holy cow, you cannot miss this. It was so bright and so blatant in the sky, and I felt like I was having a moment of realizing I might have been there in a past life. Here's what gets fun. Why didn't everyone drop their jaws and follow this star? Because just like today, most people weren't paying attention, and even fewer were sensitive enough to interpret the meaning. The Magi were the intuitive ones, the ones whose nervous systems were tuned like antennas. They could feel the significance of alignment, not just see it. It's the same reason many of you feel eclipses, solar storms, full moons in your body. Your system is wired to sense cosmic movement. Some people call it sensitivity. I call it a superpower. Beyond astronomy, the Star of Bethlehem represents something bigger, a convergence, a unification of forces, light appearing in darkness, a cosmic yes to a new timeline. Celestial alignment is often a mirror of internal alignment, and when planets come together, many sensitive bodies feel pulled into their own transformation, their own expansion. It's not metaphorical, it's physiological and energetic. So, what do we do with all of this? Whether or not you believe the star was one event, many events, or something mystical, the point is the same. The cosmos communicates. Sensitive bodies hear it. Your intuition isn't random. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Your body is a cosmic receiver that lights up when something meaningful is happening, just like the Magi, the three wise men. Pay attention to what lights you up. Pay attention to what pulls you forward. Pay attention to alignment in the sky and inside you, because something sacred is always trying to get your attention.